name's Jordan Powell from Mitcham, England, and I fight at Raptor Strike Force in Sutton.
Jordan, thanks so much for joining us today. Obviously you just finished training, so we won't keep you too long, but I just really want to find out a little bit about yourself, kind of thing. You're an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit how you first came into MMA.
I got into, I would say, MMA. I started off doing jiu-jitsu with Nathaniel, believe it or not, at 14. Started there. His dad used to do jiu-jitsu down there.
Yeah, you're saying that.
Started off there, on and off, as it's quite an expensive sport. I was working a Saturday, then going down there on the training on a Saturday. So like, when I could get down there really. And then I started the Muay Thai at like 16. So I sort of always been with Nathan, doing it with him because he was the only person there. Then we met people like Banny Dundav, and like we've all come from there to here at Raptor. So then about 19, 20, I had my first K1 fight. That was alright. weren't the best performance by myself, but just getting my foot in the door, and then from there, had like 2-1 record kickboxing, then got into MMA.
So just going back a little bit, so you started at 14. What you said it was? Were you introduced to it, or was it something you see?
Believe it or not, me and my friend Jamie from one of the estates. We wanted to get into something, and then as me, I remember just sitting at home searching for something to do. Boxing, everyone was doing, and then I just come across Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I was just thinking, I don't know what it is, but I had a little read up of it. It's like similar to judo. I was thinking, alright then, I'll give it a go. Gave him a ring. I was like, alright, it's on Saturday. We'll get the train up there. So we're only 14.
Whereabouts was it?
Nova Forza in Epsom. It was just in a scout hall when it started. Now it's progressed a lot more. Yeah. But when I started it was from the start of Nova Forza. Gone up there, ringing him. He's not answering. I'm thinking, what's going on here? He's not picking up. He didn't want to answer, so I just carried on to Epsom. Took like a 20-minute walk from the station, trying to find my bearings. I didn't have a clue where it was. And then just from that day, you sort of like I walked in there. Jimmy Manowar was in there. Obviously, I didn't know who he was at the time. And then started like getting my bearings. I was the youngest person there. Then I got paired up with Jimmy, got put on his chest, and my flipping knees wouldn't even touch the floor. I was thinking, fucking hell, that guy's a beast. And then from now, like you look at these names now, they were the people I started with. And look where he's gone. He went to the UFC. Nathan, he's in the UFC now. So. Do
you still keep in touch with Jimmy?
Jimmy, he does his own thing now. He goes up and over sometimes, but if we see each other, we chat and that.
It's nice, you've trained with someone, when you see
obviously he was a lot older than me. He's like 10, 15 years older than me, but I'm sure he remembers, and we always chat when we see each other and that.
So, tell us, so when you were 16, I think you said you went into Muay Thai?
Muay Thai, so then started doing that.
How did you get into that, the transition from Jiu-Jitsu to?
Obviously, Nova Forza does MMA, all round does Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu. It's definitely more of a Jiu-Jitsu gym than Muay Thai, but started doing the Muay Thai there, made some great friends through there, lifelong friends, met all my friends through there now. People that all train at Raptors now, we're all good friends, you know what I mean? All literally outside the gym, inside the gym, we do everything together.
I see a lot of camaraderie, with, especially with this gym. The fighters, the MMA, the boxers all seem to.
We all get along, and this is what I love about this gym. It's a good little family here. Like I've just done pads with Angel. Everyone's very welcoming. Everyone wants you just to work hard, and that's it. Wayne, he does anything for us here. He literally just wants us to train. That's the main thing. And good crack down there, so that's why I like training here at Raptors.
So just going back then, so your first amateur fight, how old were you?
I was 20 when I done my first, 20 or 19 when I done my first K1.
What was it always your intention to kind of fight amateur or pro when you first started out, or was it? It was. Well, I'm pretty good at this, so I think I'm going to give this a go.
I was just training, and then my mate Banny was just like, "You need to fight." I was just like, "Yeah, whenever it comes about," and then. A couple of weeks later, he's just like, I'll put you on the show, and I was just like, fuck. And he's like, alright, he's like, you got 6 weeks. I was like, alright then, we'll go for it. Didn't want to not do it, and I was thinking, let's go for it. So it was good training, but like you said, very like novice to it all, as you are like when you first fight, but it was good, done a lot of training for it. Didn't get the result I wanted, but preparations literally just before the fight, I didn't even get a warm-up, like, the show, it was just all pear-shaped, ringing saying, oh, you're fighting next. I was like, I ain't even got my wraps on. I've been waiting here for wraps the whole time. Like a long queue to get my wraps done. And I was like, oh, then I had to grab my mate to corner me. Then we're running down the stairs, doing some pads, running down the stairs quick. And then just went out there. Went the distance, but didn't get a result.
Yeah, the whole build up to it.
Nothing, but.
So the build up to it, like the days before, like how were you feeling yourself? Were you like excited? Were you like, oh, you know, I'm gonna fight a proper fight now?
I wouldn't say, believe it or not, I wasn't actually nervous, and that, you know, people say, oh, you'll get that nerves, and if you don't get the nerves, it's not a good thing. You need to get nervous, get that adrenaline and everything. But I didn't get nervous that first fight. But the second fight, because I've lost now, I was thinking, like, this second fight, I just changed it up. I just sparred literally the whole camp.
What was it like? I say, let me rephrase it. So you had your loss. Did that kind of downhearten you, or were you like, no, right, this, you know, I need to sort this out? And,
no, I literally gave it, just let my feet repair for like about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then just straight back to it. I was a lot more hungry this time, and then obviously you got your doubts. You go, oh, did I cut a bit too much weight? You know what I mean? You do doubt yourself. Did I overtrain? Did I undertrain? Or whatever? But I was hungry this time. So we got the opponent, and then, like I said, I just changed up. I was thinking, like, fuck all the pads. I just need to spar hard this camp. But then went in there, and then this is where I found my bearings. Like every time we arrived, that was Epsom Downs was the venue, and just as soon as we were approaching Epsom Downs, where you can see it, I was thinking that's every time where I got nervous. As soon as I saw the venue, so I was thinking, alright, this is a good thing now, because now I've got nervous. I know what's happening. Next time I leave this venue, I'll have had a fight and hopefully got the win. Got the win, finished him in like 30 seconds, like kick to the body. So done it, happy as Larry. I was so happy about it. But like I said, it ain't gonna stop there, you know what I mean? You're hungry up, and then just booked another one up.
Did it kind of alleviate, not any concerns, but obviously, you know, you lost your first fight. I mean, in the back of your mind, it's like, you know, I'm going into this fight, I don't want to kind of lose it again.
Yeah.
Was it that?
Definitely, I was thinking, I can't lose. I cannot lose. You know what I mean? Another thing I'd throw in there as well, like, first fight you get all the ticket sales. Everyone wants to come watch. Because you didn't win, to be fair, I only lost a few, like, along the way, like, friends, family say that people couldn't make it, but if I'd say I sold 150 and then I've gone next time and then only sold 30, that's another doubt. I'll be saying, oh, see people already, but like I said, depend on yourself, you know what I mean? You've only got yourself at the end of the day, and that's why I love the sport. You know what I mean? It's not no team sport, it's you and him, and then outside of it, you got your team. I ain't got to rely on no one when I'm in there.
So what was the gap between your first fight and the second fight?
Oh, maybe a couple months.
Okay,
2
so
months.
Relatively quick.
Yeah, and then after the second fight, we decided, me and my friend G, he wanted to get involved in it now. And he'd been my friend from knee high. So he was just like, alright, come, we'll go Thailand. So my friend obviously went to Phuket top team. I was like, alright, we'll go out there. So we booked a month camp. I booked a fight to come back to.
Yeah.
And then this was the best thing I've ever done, going to Phuket top team, because this was a big eye opener to knowing, like, understanding about yourself and really like getting the grips of, am I a fighter, or do I do it for a hobby, or wake up at 6:30, you gotta get there, get to the gym. First session was hell, like the heat, couldn't deal with the heat straight away. Then you do the next session like Dutch K1 with like Pascal Scroff, pad rounds with Liam Tong, like it was wicked. And then come to the end of the camp, 2 days before we was meant to fly home, I flipping crashed my moped and cut all my foot up.
Oh, no.
I was pissed off. But like I said, we were laughing about it because it's an experience at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you're right. I was like, mate, I can't even walk. Like, all the skin had come off my foot. So he got on the plane. I was thinking, as long as, and then obviously I'm cutting weight on the way back. But it was all right. And then got back, just wrapped my foot up. I was not kicking with this foot. I didn't even kick with it. I come back, I remember I met Nathan here, funny enough, just to cut the last bit of weight. I was not kicking there. It was freezing cold here as well. And then we got to the fight and then it's like, warm up. I was just like, fuck it, where's the pad? Just start kicking the shit out of the pad with my foot. Throw kick, like, just settled it in. And then, yeah, had that fight. Won that fight 3 rounds again. But that was good. I wouldn't say the hardest fights, but you know what I mean? Just good performances and growing as a person. You know what I mean?
I've seen a lot of UFC fighters, ex-UFC fighters and other MMA fighters go to Thailand or open up actual gyms.
Yeah, they do.
There was one particular guy, I forgot his name, he was on the Joe Rogan show, and he just said it's just booming out there. It's just, you know, and it's brutal.
Mike Swift.
Yeah.
Mate, it's out there. It's a different on the strip. This is what I was amazed by. You go out there. There's just a strip full of gyms, like Unit 27, loads of like caveman things, body conditioning, shops where you can go buy steroids and over the counter. It's ridiculous, like, but it's just training. Walking around, you see little 4 or 5 year old kids, one on a bike, one running. You know what I mean? Early morning, late nights. It's just non-stop training. So you're trapped in it basically. So all you want to do is train. And mate, that's what really opened my eyes to this. And then sparring people like from all over the world. Do you know what I mean? You meet all these guys from Japan, Hong Kong, Philippines, Malaysia, Holland. Do you know what I mean? Everyone is there. So you are sparring people that want to do this sport, want to progress. So you're gonna have one great spars there, and that's what it was. I was thinking, can't I fall right against these guys here? So that's why when I got back, I was thinking, yeah, I need to give this a good pop now.
Have you been back since?
No, I'm looking for about next year.
For another camp?
Yeah, maybe not for a camp, just do a month out there and just enjoy it a bit, because last time I was just stuck in the camp there. Last time I want to, like, we lived inside Phuket Top Team. This time I want to just sort of...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Wow, yeah. That was a bit of an experience.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
We was on, what was it, Thailand?
Talk about Thailand, yeah.
Yeah, so we flipping, where was he? Flipping, just like the training lifestyle there. So just waking up, like going out. No, next time I go there, I want to sort of experience Thailand. Like, do you know what I mean? Actually go there, see some of the sites a bit more, and go train, but maybe train around this time instead of in one place. That's what I'd like to do next time.
You mentioned about the buying the steroids over the counter. That do a lot of the athletes take?
A lot of the athletes there.
Really?
A lot of them. It's hilarious, mate. They'll tell you, oh, I don't do it. Next thing you see them, you know what I mean? Or in one conversation I have with them, oh yeah, I do like 4 things at a time. And you lot are crazy, you know what I mean? I'm hearing you telling one other person that you don't do nothing. So
it's kind of encouraged now? Is it encouraged out there then?
It's not encouraged. It's like a catalogue for steroids. This is the people, they love it, don't they?
Yeah.
Everyone does it, I guess, don't they? I don't know what they're doing it for, innit? You can only cheat yourself at the end of the day.
No, exactly. So go back. So after you came back and had that fight, have you had? What day? When was that?
That was November, and then I think it was March. I then turned over to MMA. I always wanted to do the MMA from a kid, but it was just waiting for the right time. Like, I believe in, you know, you have that boy strength, but you need that man strength to actually compete with the men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I waited such a long time to actually turn over into it.
So have you actually fought professionally?
No, 2 of mine is amateur. No.
So you turned pro now. When realistically are you looking to hit the professional ranks?
I'd like to give it a year. I want to give it a solid year. Build this record up. I've got a good management team out there, talent management. Just really start getting it in now. Like I said, there is no rush. I'm 23 next week, so time is on my side. But the main thing is like growth as a fighter.
Tell us about your training situation.
So at the minute, I train at Raptors in Sutton. Nicely on board now is Angel. He's great.
Angel.
Shout out to Angel, he's a great coach. Do my training with the Savage Squad, Alpha Talent Management, all them boys at Yorkie's Gym in Tooting, Pound for Pound Gym in Beckenham, and mate, I like to get my training everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Just wherever, whenever.
So you're full time now?
Not full time, no. I work as an engineer.
Okay.
See, last year I was full time, but someone got to pay the bills.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's hard. I tried it. I've done a year out of it, but having a score to last year like 2 weeks, and it's no joke. So gone back to work as an engineer, and it's good. Everything's going good again. like my mindset's a lot happier. I've been out a lot this year, injured, tore the ligaments in my hand, but no, I feel good and just itching to get back in there really.
Well, just a couple of questions before we kind of wrap it up. Just cutting weight. Talk to me a little bit about that. I mean, some athletes find it hard, sometimes, you know, how do you...
Yeah, to be honest, I fight at 65. Do you know what I mean? For me, I walk around at 69. Being injured, I'm like 71 max. I don't know, I don't really put too much weight on, and I like to get my weight down. And I don't put much weight on, so I have no reason to start focusing on, I need to get the weight, I need to get the weight. I don't like to keep it like that. So fight week, you know what I mean, I like to be 2-3 kilos out, nothing major, and I'll just do my runs and then sort it out in the bath really. But obviously I've learned from when I first started cutting weight, you know what I mean, I've passed out and I've done it the hard way before. But like I said, you understand a bit about yourself. Then you've got people like Brad Pickett and Nathaniel Wood to encourage you, oh, try sweet sweat, use this, educating you know what I mean? We're surrounded by great people that understand a lot about this game, and they just want to make it easier for you, and they put time and effort into us boys, you know what I mean? So them teaching us, oh, do this, do that, intervals, 15 minutes or whatever. So yeah, it made it easier for me now. And I know I've got a lot better understanding of weight cutting now.
Well, hopefully, you know, like you say, in the next year or so, you'll develop more. You'll start to become a bit more experienced, and hopefully we'll see you. All right, just a quick one. Favourite MMA fighter?
Favourite John Jones.
John Jones.
All day.
Yeah.
I don't care about what they say about him. Do you know what I mean? I believe the UFC tried to just sabotage that man. They tried to kick him out whilst he's down. As you see with Billy Joe Saunders, they pulled out. Oh,
yeah, that's a
tested positive.
What do you make of that actually? While we're talking about that,
I never believed he touched anything anyway.
It's a nasal spray, isn't it?
Like you said, they love to kick it. Like this industry, boxing, MMA, they love to kick a man while he's down, and that's my view on that. And like I said, it was all fine anyway.
Yeah, I know they've got the hearing, I think, on the 9th of October. I think it's down to Massachusetts now. It's not so much the British that they cleared him, but it's a bit funny. Obviously, John Jones, I was reading something yesterday actually, that he's
October.
December, I think.
Yeah, he's just got to get back on it. Yeah, he's the greatest of them all. But it's a shame what happened to him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's an nutcase, but listen,
I mean,
he ain't one to play with. He ain't one to play
his last fight against DC, I don't understand that.
I can't stand DC.
If you could fight in one place, stadium, country, or where would it be? Top in the bill.
I think the top of the bill would always be Vegas, but I don't know. O2.
Yeah.
O2 Arena.
Or Stamford Bridge.
Nah.
What about Wembley or White Hart Lane, you know, Tottenham?
No, keep away from White Hart Lane, definitely.
Cut that bit out.
Stamford Bridge would be great as I'm a Chelsea fan, but
yeah.
no, O2 London, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah. Sorry, no, you can.
We just got a big shout out, so don't worry. And then you finished anyway. Big shout out to Angel. Obviously the big fight tonight, Conor Khabib. Talk to me, how do you see that one going?
How do I see it going? I don't know, it's like from when the bell goes, Khabib is going to come forward with the pressure, but this is what I don't know, if he comes forward with the pressure, I think McGregor will back up and he'll clap him. Like you said, he don't want to take a smack off Conor. But I feel like if Khabib's clever and you don't rush in, do you know what I mean? And they just stand there, they just do a bit of timing, wait for Conor to start maybe striking, he might get him down, but it's all about how it meets from the off for me.
I can't call it.
I'm going with McGregor, round one.
Knockout.
I believe he'll get him straight away. There's too much hate in this fight. You know what I mean? They don't like each other.
I can see this being another Nate Diaz kind of like a couple of 2-3 fights potentially.
I would like to see the 5 rounds of this, but it's a matchup we all want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been
Everyone
2
wants to
years.
see this fight. I'm looking forward to the Ferguson Pettis undercard, the co-main. That's the fight I enjoy.
Because Khabib was supposed to fight Ferguson. That was supposed to happen about 3-4 times, wasn't it?
And knee injuries, weight
cutting and...
I don't know, like I said, Ferguson's walking around with a belt like he's champ. Yeah. But yeah, I love it. Like I said, the lightweight on this fight card tonight is
Yeah, it's a good event. But is there any questions you want to ask?
How do you see the Ferguson fight panning out?
You know, I've always loved Pettis. I like his striking. Him and his brother, I've always liked the Pettis brothers. But Ferguson, he's a tricky character. Do you know what I mean? As much as I want Pettis, I'll go Ferguson on that one. I do go Pettis can do it though. I really do.
You're gonna stay up for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up.
It's a good night of boxing on tonight. Then you got the American card as well. So, yeah,
What's that Billy Joe? Is it Andrade?
I think that's in 2 weeks. Tonight is Eddie Hearns. It's
O'Hara, yeah, that's the one before on BT.
Yeah. Then you got Eddie Hearns.
Jack Cat.
Yeah, that's going to be decent.
That's a good fight. Yeah.
There's another good. There's Dubar and Kevin Johnson. That gave him a good little test.
Another one I'm looking forward to is my mate Sonny Edwards and
Yes.
Ryan Perret.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. I'm loving the little beef they've got.
Yeah.
It's making me laugh, that one. Yeah.
Do you want to shout out your social media details so people can follow you?
Yeah, my social media is _JP66, I think. Yeah, and I'll shout out Alpha Talent Management, obviously Raptors, Grassroots Boxing, and yeah, the whole team really. Nice one.